Hi everyone, I'm Gary Popotnik and I'm a biologist and the conservation manager here at the Wilderness Center. I'd like to talk to you briefly about planting trees. We're not talking about large, bald-rooted trees that we've all seen on do-it-yourself programs. We're going to talk about planting a lot of small trees over a larger area. What's really nice about this is there's lots of great native stock out there in bare plants. And our main tool, instead of a backhoe, is this device called a Dibble Bar. And Dibble Bars make this job really easy to do. So what we have here is a native tree species of Ohio. This is a bur oak. Let me show you how simple it is to plant these and how you can do a lot of them in a short period of time, especially if you have two people working together. One running the Dibble Bar, the other placing seedling or sapling into the ground. So what we want to do is place a Dibble Bar into the ground, push it downwards, and work it back and forth several times. Remove it. Take your native stock, seedling, or sapling, place it within the hole. If you've got really nice loamy soil, you can just work the soil back over the root system, always making sure that the collar at the base of the stem remains exposed to the air and does not get buried. From here, we'll have a native bur oak species that in 80 to 100 to 120 years from now, some distant relative of yours will sit under and enjoy the shade. Thank you for the great work that you've done. The last item we're going to talk about today is using plant stakes. What you're looking at right here is from a black willow tree, and it's a cutting that's 2.5 to 3 feet in length with a tapered cut at the base of it. What we can do with these is actually, in this position, is push it into the ground and allow it to root. Willow will do this as well as dogwood. So if you've got a number of those, plants, shrubs on your property, you can really start propagating trees very nicely. One of the really good ways to do this, I think my friend Carrie Elby told me about this, was to use rebar. And it's a wonderful idea. What Carrie does is she takes a small sledgehammer, drives the rebar into the ground, forming a hole, pulls it out, and then just shoves the stake into the ground like that. Probably about halfway up the stem right here is what you can see. This will begin to bud and actually create a number of branches. And behind me is part of a stream restoration project we have here. All the black willows that you see behind me started out like this about 4.5 years ago. Not only does it provide stream bank stabilization, but just as importantly, it helps to keep the water cooler. And this is really important for a number of species that we find in our streams here in Ohio. The cooler the water, the higher the oxygen content, which can be critical for a number of species.